Hey everyone, this is Dr. Devin coming to you live with another Weiss Clinic Minute. In today's video, I want to talk with you all about acid reflux and why it's becoming so common in our kiddos today. Okay, so acid reflux, what that is spitting up multiple times a day or excessive amounts at any one point. So spitting up in babies, 1 to 2 times a day, that's normal. But if your baby is spitting up multiple times a day or, excessive amounts, then that's not okay. And there's something that needs to be addressed. Okay. So, you may have heard from friends or family members or other providers that what you need to do is you need to thicken your breast milk or your formula, or you need to take this pill to decrease the stomach acid because your baby has just got too much stomach acid. Well, that might help with the symptoms. That doesn't address the underlying issue as to why your child is spitting up in the first place. Here at Weiss Clinic, we are huge advocates at figuring out what is the actual underlying cause as to why your child is spitting up. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how digestion works. But before we do that, we need to figure out exactly how or where this disconnect has come into play with your baby, okay? So, having a baby, going through the birth process, this is where this all begins. So the forces being placed on your baby as your baby comes through the birth canal or through the tummy, whether it's into the skull and under the upper neck or through the tummy to pull out, right? We have incredible amount of forces being placed on the skull and the upper neck, okay? So when that occurs, it's going to directly affect the neurology, leaving the brain, going down, passing by the sides of the neck, those top 2 bones in the neck that control the sphincter that is designed to pinch off the stomach after a feeding. So if the brain isn't able to send and receive messages to the stomach following a feeding, then the stomach contents, the breast milk or the formula, is going to come back up into the esophagus and it's going to irritate your kiddo. So what they're going to do is they're either going to spit up or they're going to arch. They're going to be really, really tense and uncomfortable because the brain isn't communicating properly to the sphincter that's designed to close off the stomach, right? So this is where chiropractic shines, because when we go through, or babies go through the birth canal, what that tends to do is it tends to shift the top 2 bones in the neck or the skull. So a subtle shift is going to directly affect the nerves that are leaving the brain that are designed to talk to that sphincter of the stomach. So if we have a subtle shift, that is going to directly affect, like I said, the neurology. So this is where the pediatric chiropractors here in this office, myself, Dr. Skip, Dr. Julie, are designed to figure out exactly where this misalignment is occurring, and a subtle, very gentle adjustment, realign the baby so that the neurology can fire like it should be. Those quick messages should be firing so that as your child finishes a feed, that sphincter should close and the stomach contents that should then remain inside their belly versus coming out, okay? But what you can do at home right now, right, without having to bring your child in, is one of the best things that you can do is an elimination diet. The first thing that you should be eliminating that gets phenomenal results is getting rid of the dairy. Okay, I know that sounds like blasphemy being based here in the dairy state, Wisconsin, but time and time again, when we make that simple recommendation to moms that are breastfeeding, eliminating the dairy from their diet, they get incredible results already, because some of that dairy escapes through and it can cause some of that uncomfortableness in your baby. But what we need to do is we need to make sure that the neurology is firing like it could and should be. So getting your baby into a pediatric chiropractor is the absolute best thing that you can do for your kiddo that is suffering with excessive amounts of spitting up or is spitting up multiple times a day. All right, so if you enjoyed this content today, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family members that have babies that are struggling to feed, right? Babies are designed to thrive, and if they're not thriving, if they're not digesting, one of the very first primitive functions of our lives is eating food. If we can't do that properly, then that needs to be addressed as soon as possible, all right? Otherwise, that's it for today. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I look forward to talking with you all in our next video. Have a great day, everyone. Love you all.